Welcome back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and I'm continuing with Resident Evil 2, the Leon B scenario. So you'll notice I have a small key, the golden cog, and also the square crank. And I also have equipped my shotgun, and that is because the next area that we have to go to, once we get to the top of these particular steps of this ladder, there is a licker waiting for us. So our goal this particular episode is to get the last of the 2 plugs that'll allow us to access the rest of... There you go, Mr. Licker. And that's actually pretty surprising. Usually the licker is much closer when you come up that ladder, and it usually shrugs off the first shotgun shot, and then it just slashes you a few times and you end up taking some damage. So I'm pretty happy with how that went. And now we're going to activate a little cutscene here, which is why I avoided this area earlier in the game. So you'll notice that the little shutters that we used in the first part of the game in Claire's A scenario to prevent zombies from flooding into that hallway leading to the underground area. Once you come into the library area here, in the B scenario, it actually opens up the shutters. And the reason I'm exiting out over here is I want to use my small key on this desk to get the handgun parts. So because I had to go to the underground area, I avoided coming into the library to get this particular plug because I didn't want to have to go through a bunch of zombies, of course. And we're not going to use the handgun parts right away because when you equip them and combine them with your handgun, you actually get a full clip refill. So I will wait until my handgun is lower on ammo so that we get the extra 18 or so bullets. There's also a red herb in here, and then you have to actually head to the upper part of this particular library in order to get to the plug. So the puzzle is pretty much exactly the same as in Claire's scenario. As Leon shows, he can fall from heights of pretty much infinite size and be okay. But you do want to activate this switch, and then what you need to do to solve the puzzle, the solution is actually on the wall, on the little plate that the plug is actually contained in. But you want to slide the 2 left shelves to the right 1 click. And that will meet the puzzle. That'll be the proper solution, and the little plate will open, allowing you to access the 3rd of the plugs. And again, you could have gotten this much earlier in the game, basically after we went to the STARS office, pretty early in the game actually, but I didn't want that cutscene to happen. I wanted to avoid those zombies, so I waited until now. So it's not the most time efficient to wait until this part of the game to do it, but it's the most health efficient and keeping you alive, which is always a good thing in the zombie apocalypse. Now in Claire's scenario, the B scenario for Claire, Mr. X actually comes jumping up here and attacks her, but because we had to encounter him in the chief's office area with Leon, he does not come through in this particular part. Now in here, we need to use the square crank on this particular little hole here, and that will cause the stairs to actually come down so we can access the upper part of this particular room. And then the crank disappears from our inventory, symbolizing that we are done with it. Now you don't want to do this without the golden cog. You can do this again earlier in the game, sort of. I guess you really can't, because you have to have access to the chief's office. So no, you do have to wait until now to do it. So insert the golden cog, and then hit the switch, and that will make a shutter on the door, well, on the wall actually, open up. And although it looks very rusty, it opens pretty well. And this is the final of the plugs. Unfortunately with Leon, since we do have to head to the basement, we can take this old dust chute all the way down. So like the old super fun happy slide in The Simpsons, of course we're gonna do it. And Leon will wipe his mouth at the bottom here. Again, very weird. But now a cutscene. So yeah, it's our old friend Eyeball Shoulder, and I really don't necessarily want to go that way. But interestingly enough, even though this is the only way to get out of here, he is gone. So somehow he disappeared into thin air. Or he ran very quickly to get into the sewers. Because from that moment until we got over here, he had to come out of this room, hook around, and go to the sewers.
Ben! Can you still hear me? Come on, answer! Damn! I don't believe this. I almost got the story. Ben. Bitter irony. The chief of police, a co-conspirator. Get that scum. Make him pay. Hang in there, Ben.
Leon.
Leon! Let me see that. I love Ben's enunciation there as well. Get that scum! Make him pay! So we're gonna rush through this, and then we will get back to the cutscene.
Where are you going, Ada?
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
Ada, wait! Hey!
Leon, are you still there? We're leaving.
Are you crazy? The streets are still crawling with zombies.
It'll be all right, trust me. We found a way to the sewer. Follow us later.
Claire! Claire! Wait, wait! Man, why doesn't anyone ever listen to me?
I love that line. Why doesn't anyone listen to me? A miserable death. Poor Ben. Just kind of flopped over there. Although, I don't know, I would probably want to die just getting nailed in the face than having an embryo implanted in me that comes splitting out of my chest like in the A scenario for him. But we need to head back down into the sewers, and basically to get there, of course, we have to head through the kennels again. Fortunately, nothing is in here. We killed the dogs previously. I would assume that if you didn't kill the dogs, they would still be kind of clomping around in there, although I've always killed them, so I'm not sure about that. And then we have to rush by these particular little spiders here. Not too difficult. Okay. Alright, well, apparently it is difficult. I actually got hit by it. I'm not sure. That might be the first time I've ever been hit by that particular spider. And thankfully it did not poison me. That would be very unfortunate. Although I do have some blue herbs, so it wouldn't be a huge deal, but still would have been kind of annoying. But I'm going to do some inventory management because there is a boss fight coming up. Alright. So I did some inventory management because once we head into the room with the plug door, we will have to take on a boss. So I healed myself, obviously, and I equipped the magnum. Because we have to take on Eyeball Shoulder. So let's get to it. So as you might expect, just shoot him until basically you empty your magnum clip. And after about 7 or 8 bullets, it should kill him. If not, shoot him a couple more times with your handgun, and he'll fall over the edge. Watch that drop, it's a doozy. So So yeah, not too bad. I've always speculated, I've never actually tried it myself, but I would assume you could probably just run around him and insert the plugs, and you probably wouldn't have to fight him. But again, I've never actually tried that or not. So hey, if you want to give that a shot and let me know, I would appreciate it to find out if that's actually possible or not. But let's see Ada again.
Ada! What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way, for now.
I didn't like that "for now" that she threw in at the end. But yes, Ada is a very free spirit, so Leon's little attempt at a lecture there I don't think is going to change her too much. But yeah, we have Ada again, and she's actually with us this time. So she'll follow along behind us, and if we encounter any particular enemies, which there are none, she will shoot them for us. There's a couple blue herbs here, I guess, in case you got poisoned by the spiders, or in the earlier scenarios or other scenarios, there are actually some spiders in there, so they can poison you. And then we have a save room. Now, this particular save room actually has a couple of hidden items. So before we end this episode, I'm going to grab those. We have some ink ribbons over here by the typewriter, of course. And then on the table is a memo talking about the sewer manager and the weird schedule that they have here. So we'll quickly go through that. And then we will grab a couple items and call it an episode. So in this little brown thing over here, there are some handgun bullets. And then you have to push this cupboard out of the way, or cabinet, and then open this door. And then that will allow you to access the warehouse, which has another couple of hidden items. Now, in order to get the items down here, you do have to have the lighter, which fortunately Leon is auto-equipped with throughout the entire game. So what you need to do is find the little oil lamps that are on the wall. Just kind of fumble around until you find them. Once you're near them, use the lighter, and then it'll light up and allow you to grab the items. Now, this is the most important item, of course, more magnum bullets. Certainly appreciated, especially after, we emptied our clip on that little boss battle. And then the other lamp is over here. Apparently I'm not close enough in order to use my lighter. So let's try that again. And I don't remember exactly where the item is. Actually, I think it's over here on this shelf. Yeah, I see the shotgun shells. They're right there. So there we go. So now we got the bullets that we needed. We will restock, and next time we will head onward, where we will have a particular encounter with another very infamous boss in this game's series. So as always, viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time when we continue onward with our lady in red who refuses to wait. So long.